Hello. Welcome to a drawing stream featuring little old me. I am Ubu Spaceman VTuber. Please call me Blue Star Ubu because it sounds so much cooler. And today we are going to draw pictures. And by I mean me, but you can follow along at home. But before we do that, how's everybody doing today? I hope everyone is, has had a nutritious meal, perhaps two, because it's past lunchtime, and they has gotten a lot of sleep, and has fed their pets and their family members. I hope everyone's doing well. I personally am doing fantastic. I stayed up till 3 yesterday because I went back and watched the almost entire stream from yesterday, and then I looked at the clock and realized it was 3, and then I had to wake up 4.5 hours later, so I went to work very, very tired, but still just, high on life. I'm having a great time, and I hope everyone else is too. So without further ado, I suppose we can just go ahead and skip on over to the drawn screen. So, I realize now that we didn't, this is my fault, not yours. I typically, when I do a drawing stream, the loading screen has the docket to let you know what we'll be doing today. The main goal is to draw a Valentine's card for everyone. But after that, I have a little bit of catch-up I need to do on asset drawing. So you'll probably get the inside scoop. You'll get to see some stuff for tomorrow's Sonic stream get drawn live on live television. That'll be pretty fun. But before we do that, we have to draw our whatchamacallit. I got some stuff I need to delete. The last drawing stream, I had to pull up a couple of references for Bob Ross and Archibald Asparagus, and now they're cluttering everything. What was I looking for? That's what I was looking for. And then we'll take a sip of milk. And I'll get a sip of water. I don't mean to be a drag queen. No, that's not it. A drama queen. I don't mean to be a diva is what I meant to say. But whenever I get water for a stream, I like it to be lukewarm because cold water makes my throat feel a little more frigid. Unfortunately, I got the water right before the stream started, so that's fun. Okay, well, let me get started. So today we will be drawing. I have an image in my head. I'm trying to remember it. Also, if I've just been sitting here awkwardly, let me know. When I went back and watched the stream yesterday, I realized my mic was really quiet, and I felt very, very bad for going over 3.5 hours and you could barely hear what I was saying, unless I got really worked up about something and got really loud. But I turned it up a little bit and I put it closer to my face. I'm going to try and project my voice a little more. So, without further ado, this is going to be an Ubu-themed Valentine card. And as such, it'll have the heart and soul of Ubu with all the trippings, the trickings, what you'd expect from Valentine's Day. So we'll draw Ubu's head. Make it a bit smaller, maybe. Move it over so we can fit the ears in. Now remember, if you're following along at home, Ubu doesn't have elf ears, he has pig ears. So instead of drawing it like this, you draw it like this. very big and obnoxious and takes up a lot of space, as opposed to the prim and proper and compact ears of an elf. And then we do that, because his ears, they aren't just discs, they're ears, they have an inside. And then anytime I am going to spend a significant amount of... Hi Mia, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. We're just getting started on our Valentine's Day card. And then erase that. Doing great. How am I? I'm doing pretty good too. I went to work incredibly exhausted because I only got 4.5 hours of sleep, but I came back and I slept for 2 hours, so I'm feeling good. Almost got my full 7. And then Ubu has put a little W. W stands for win, because that's what I do, is I do epic win. And then sideburns, I try to make them a little more rounded, like that. And then we'll change the head shape. It's a little more squatty. It's more of an oval than a circle nowadays. Almost got your full 7, which is almost your full 8, which is almost my full 9. And if I got my full 9, I'd only be an hour away from my full 10. That would have been nice, but it's a lot to ask for. The head's a little uneven. This is a Valentine's card, so it has to be perfect. I want people to look at this and say, what a beautiful boy. I'm so happy to have received this on this particular holiday. I don't want them to go, ugh, well, it's the thought that counts, but you know, head is a little uneven. I don't like that on Valentine's Day. That's what they'd say. And there, erase that too. There we go. Awesome. Right now it looks like his hair is completely gelled to the surface of his head, so we gotta give him some of the trappings is the word I was trying to come up with earlier. The trappings. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We do the big one that sticks out. It might not be that big. Maybe I need to redo that. Maybe like that. That's better. But the nice thing about a rough draft is it's okay for it to be rough. That's hence the name. You can scribble all you want, and as long as at the end of the day you know where you're supposed to draw over, then you'll be fine. And then I do a line like that. And then I have 2 other spikies on the other side of my head. One here, and one here. And then we erase this. And there we have my hair. Before we work on the face, I want to work on the body. So we draw, let me zoom in a little bit. There, and I'll move it over for you because I know it's, there we go. So, little tiny neck. Impossibly tiny. Miraculous that it can even sustain the large head that it's attached to. And then we'll draw the collar. Fun fact about my jumpsuit, it doubles as an astronaut suit. And the collar is actually where the helmet attaches to, but I don't know where it is, so you don't get to see it, sorry. And then, it's a rough draft, whatever. It is it's had a lot of training. It's gone to the neck equivalent of a gym its entire life, having to hold up my head. Then we put the bacon symbol. And then we work on the body itself. So generally, I start with something like this, because I'm a funny shaped lad. I will admit it. With little chicken legs. And then around here is the torso, which has a big belt. Big old belt, like that. But let's work on it a little more in depth. Yeah, because that's, even for a rough draft, that's a little sloppy. Big belt here. And we also want to make it at an angle. There. Because, as we can tell from this area here, we will be kind of, the hypothetical camera will be angled to where it's slightly above us, but not really, I guess. And then there's a bacon symbol on the belt as well. Or the buckle, I should say. And then the belt, and then the zipper. Now, in my current 1.0 form, there is an actual zipper. But in 2.0, because I keep forgetting to draw the zipper, there is no zipper. I got tired of forgetting. Excuse me. Let's see. And then I don't, whenever I was drawing some of the more humanoid characters yesterday, I would do like the 3 oval thing, like boo, 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 and then I'd kind of tone it out a little, maybe put like a spiky elbow, and then I'd work on the hand. Well, Ubu, I'm toned. I'm not muscular, so noodle arms are okay. And he's holding. What is he holding? A box of chocolates. I went to the department store, like, right whenever they were bringing out the Valentine stuff. And, for some reason it was all on clearance, even though, Valentine's was around the corner. And I went and I always wanted one of those boxes of chocolate shaped like a heart. So I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy one for myself. And I did, and it was so good. And then it gave me really bad acid reflux, and I regretted every piece of chocolate I ate. But at the time, it was really cool. Cute? Thank you. What in particular is cute? I probably missed out what I was talking about when you said that. Just the chocolate. Chocolate's cute. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I like, personally, when my rough draft is, eligible. And I guess that's what it means. Not eligible. I like it when my rough draft is, what is my milk carton doing all the way over here? Oh, you thought that? No, I didn't think you meant the acid reflux was cute. Yeah, I'm glad you think the drawing is cute. It's Valentine's Day, so I guess that works. And the elbow's over here, huh? No, it's one thing I have a little bit of trouble with the symmetry. The nice thing about programs like this is if you have trouble with symmetry and like catching lightning in a bottle a second time, you can just do that. There. I know it's a little lazy, but I'm just using the tools that have been handed to me. And then we'll draw them like, let's see. I'm trying to think of like how he'd be holding this. That's like his thumb, so his hand would be under here like that, which means this hand would be under here like that. Correct? I think so. Well, if that's how it works out, then I'm happy. And then he has, well, he also has like lines going down his, I don't want to call it a zipper because there is no longer a zipper when I draw the jumpsuit. Just got burdensome to remember such an insignificant detail. There's a lot of little stuff going on with the jumpsuit. And then it's like, you know, for consistency's sake, I specifically have to remember a zipper. But, you know, I leave the bacon badge on this side, and then on this side is his Space Patrol badge, which is a circle, a pig nose, and then like a police badge looking thing. And I won't write the number out right now. One thing we've forgotten is the cuffs. I do have cuffs on my hands. How do they look? Like that. Do the numbers mean anything? They do. I don't remember what they mean though. I mean, in universe, I guess, for lack of a better word, that's like my Space Patrol identification number. Hit your head in the crash. Yeah, I guess so. Well, what makes it even funnier is I didn't crash, my ship just stopped working after I landed. So I guess I hit my head at some point while walking around and forgot what the numbers mean. It's funny because there was a drawing stream I did where I was like, do y'all want to know some of like the little Easter eggs in my design? And I was so gung-ho about telling you what the numbers meant, and it ended up meaning something completely different, and now I don't even know what the numbers mean. What I thought was the numbers on my badge was actually my birthday. But I still leave it up to everyone else to guess what the birthday means. And I'm also not going to tell you what my birthday is. You can go watch the debut if you want that. Just to make it extra special secret. What else? He's got some shoes. I don't really like drawing the shoes, but whatever, we'll draw them. I think the shoes look cool. It's one of those things where it's like, it's this perfect storm of like just enough detail, but not enough to actually be fun. I don't know. Maybe that makes me lazy. But I still do it, so I'm not lazy. I just complain. There. Shoes are kind of, yeah. Especially like, so much of what I do with like rounded shapes, especially if they have to come in pairs, it is like lightning in a bottle. Like one shoe I'll draw perfectly, and then I'll try my best, absolute best, to replicate whatever I did, and it just doesn't work out. Like it's slightly bent in some way, and I don't understand why. It's really annoying. Make the legs a little straighter. The more chicken leg and silly he looks in this picture, the better. There, we're coming along nicely. We just have to, draw the face. I guess we could leave the cross face, but I think people would think it's a little lazy. So first, there isn't a lot to the face. It's essentially two big ovals that you try to get like perfectly symmetrical, and then an upside down V. But we also are at an angle, so it'd be more like this than this. Which means we probably want to there. And, the big eyebrows. I think we've got our Ubu. And then we turn it blue. And we pull out the pin. And then we just start doing pin stuff, Use our vector eraser when applicable. Sometimes it doesn't do its job as intended. That happens. That's better. He's, again, in case you weren't here when I talked about it like 15 minutes ago, not elf ears, pig ears. Well, that's the way you remember it if you're drawing Ubu. Eyebrows. No, it's, those are in, I guess for a lack of a, well, let's see. Yeah, those are my big bushy eyebrows. My eyelids are just always directly under the eyebrows, so they kind of serve the same purpose. Oh, that turned out better than expected. The line's too thick. That's better. And we want to try and make it symmetrical with the other one. That's one problem I have with the sideburns, is trying to... So yeah, if you do look at the eyebrows as eyelids, you're kinda right, just because I always have that bored expression that pretty much serves the same purpose. Hopefully when I finish the reference sheet, whenever that may be, it'll be a little more clear, because it'll have different expressions on it, so you can see what I look like doing things other than just looking around shiftily with my eyes half closed, like you're used to seeing. Oops. And then a line, and then a line, and then a line. But this one's shaped like a almost H. Then we turn our vector eraser back on. Yeah, that looks fine. And now, probably my least favorite part, doing the head again. Yeah, I always end up giving him like a Jay Leno chin, so bear with me. And then sometimes I'll give him a Grand Moff Tarkin chin. And sometimes I'll make him look a little malnourished. Sometimes I'll do really well and then just go off the rails last second. That one looks okay. Let's see how that one fares. Nice. I think we will have to move things down just a tad, but we can do that once we're done with the rest of the head. I'm kind of surprised that only took that long. Nice. And then we erase there. No. Alright, Vector Eraser, you've done your job. You've done your job, and I find it lacking. Quit slacking and quit being lacking. Then that was a nice line. It just didn't go where I wanted it to. And then we pull out our good friend Vector Eraser once more. And then we do some V's. Do some of these V's. And then we do one more of these V's. And we pull out our eraser again. And that's almost. You don't flip the drawing. I like doing curves in like a C shape, so I have to turn. I do that sometimes. Sometimes I have enough patience to just keep at it over and over. Like today. It worked out in my favor. Especially if I'm like listening to YouTube or something. My mind is already occupied by something else other than, man, this line won't do what I want it to. So, oh, I need to. Yeah. Honestly, even if I do that with the C-shape thing like you mentioned, sometimes it's just not, my lucky day, I guess. And I still have to do multiple goes of it, regardless of the angle, especially if I'm drawing like a circle. That's when I just have to endure. Oops. That was good. How does that look? He almost looks evil, but I kind of like it. Especially once I put the caption. Okay. Now we will take the head and we'll move it down just a smidge. So, for anyone who was here when I did the last 800 questions survey thing, the last little bout of that, I mentioned, I think it was last time, not the first time, I mentioned how the song my favorite song changes on like a almost not bi-weekly basis, but 2 times a week, it seems. It's just so frequent, like, this is the song in my head now, this is the one I like now. The next day, almost to a T, I found a new song that stuck in my head. I think the last one I said was Hydrocity Zone, but like a YouTube poop music video version where Morshu from the Zelda, The Faces of Evil, or whichever one, is like doing all the instruments himself. like with his voice. The next day, I found this other. It's funny because it's kind of the same category of like. It's kind of like there's this guy who makes these Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog themed songs, and it's almost like it kind of reminds me of, if you've heard of Pogo, the Australian dude who like remixes movies and stuff into like dance music. It's like that, but if it was a YouTube poop. And there's a song that this guy did called Win the Race, and it's been in my head for like 5 days. Just goes to show I'm not all bluster. I was telling the truth when I said that. It really doesn't take much for me to go, hey, new favorite song. If I can be honest, a song that has never, it's been stuck in my head since I was a kid, but you know, it's like a constant, and of course certain events will put it back in my head, but it's on and off, always there, is One Winged Angel from Final Fantasy VII. I like that song. And of course, when they announced Sephiroth for Smash Brothers, I was already like listening to it pretty frequently. And then that happened, and I was like, well, I gotta listen to it even more frequently. What else am I gonna do? It's still in my rotation. But, you know, there's other stuff I tried. I try to, even though I'm not like the biggest musical adventurer, I try to give some new stuff a chance. I just listen to like the weird YouTube poop kind of stuff, or like video game music a lot. So it's not like, have you heard of this great new artist, you know, like DJ Cool? He wrote this song back in the 70s, and then he came back at the age of 67, and you know, he's making a comeback, and he's great at, you know, alternative EDM death metal or something. Like I can never get into those kinds of conversations. And it's always really uncomfortable when people drag me into them. I'm just like, I heard this funny song. It's pretty catchy. Have I heard the One Winged Angel All-Star Rebound remix? I haven't. I mostly stick to the Advent Children version, but I occasionally return to the original, just so, you know, I know it was intended to be super cool and super edgy, but the electric guitar break in the middle of the Advent Children version, it cuts the song in half like a hot knife through butter. Like, I just want to hear One Winged Angel, not... You know, I want to hear... That's what I'm here for. Not the electric guitar. Is One Winged Angel All-Star Rebound by any chance? Does it have anything to do with memes? Because I hear the word All-Star and you know exactly where my mind goes. Speaking of which, I have heard what is it called? I don't remember the name they gave it, but someone like fused the Space Jam. Okay. That's fun. I'll listen to it. Because, I mean, it's not like I'm adverse to meme versions of that song. I was literally about to say the DK rap version. There's like, it seems like every day a new version of that comes out. Like someone else heard the last one and has decided I can do better. Like, let me show you how a real DK rap One Winged Angel fusion is done. What's funny is the first time I heard One Winged Angel was in Kingdom Hearts 2. And I was like, this is an awesome song. And then I heard the actual version, and I was blown away. Like, there's more to the song than just the part. Because the Kingdom Hearts part it's kind of lazy. Just saying, or the Kingdom Hearts version, they just take the Sephiroth and blah 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 blah. But they don't have like all the other cool parts, like bam bam that part. I love that part, especially in the Smash Brothers trailer when he's like walking away from the fire and his wing is flapping everywhere, and then he gets Greninja and Bayonetta. That's such a cool part. I don't know how to feel about the Mario part of that trailer though. I understand it's a reference, it's just, I don't know, a little rough, even if it's a joke. Did I already draw the neck? Okay, good. Now it's time for his belt buckle. I went to that great trouble to make sure the belt buckle was at an angle, and now it's covered up by a chocolate box, so never mind. What's another song I like to listen to? Whenever, I think it was like for her 6-month anniversary, there's an Indonesian, I think she's from Indonesia. No, she's from Malaysia. Sorry. A Malaysian VTuber named Liliana Vampire. She, for like her 6-month anniversary, she's like did a cover of like an ending theme from an anime, and I'd never heard it before, but it was really pretty. It's called like Dango Daikazoku. It's like about cartoon dumplings, but it's a really pretty song. I like to listen to that a lot. What's another one? Directly under that song I just mentioned in my playlist is Rude Buster from Deltarune. That song's really catchy. It's really fun to listen to at work. Makes me feel like I'm doing something impactful. There, I did the shoe. How does that leg look? It's a little wonky. We can fix it though. Not that way. That's not how we fix it. And then we bring you down, and then we fill this out because the line likes to change shape. Stop it. Now, when I was a kid, I used to listen to Sonic music all the time. Because I wanted to be like everyone seems to go through their angsty phase, and I don't think I had it quite in me. I honestly feel like I'm more angsty and edgy now than I was as a kid. I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm doing everything in reverse. But I was like, well, you know what's cool and edgy is Sonic music. And so like my favorite song to listen to was the song when you fight Metal Sonic and Sonic Heroes. Another song you will be hearing tomorrow. I can't wait. That's going to be a fun stream. I don't really do anything Sonic. I was never really like when you think a Sonic fan, you think like I made my own like Hedgehog OC. I made a comic. I like talked to people on forums about Sonic, but really the extent was I listened to the music. I wanted a few of the characters in Smash Brothers, and I talked to my stepbrother about it sometimes. But other than that, I never really I never really got that into Sonic. I have a couple of games. I think I have my copy of Heroes from when I was a kid still. Other than Mania on the Switch, I don't really think I have any. Still waiting for Knuckles. Knuckles would be cool, but I want Eggman first. Well, let me rephrase that. I want Eggman, and I'll stop there. I feel like of all the other Sonic characters, he'd have the most to contribute, just because, I know that, like, Tails can hover and Knuckles can fly and has Knuckles. A lot of the characters are just kind of like variations of each other, whereas Eggman, like he pilots the mech that Tails also does, but that's kind of his thing. I think it'd be really cool. Also, I'd love to hear the voice lines they come up with. But Knuckles is a solid choice. You just want to... That is kind of it. Like, there are characters that I've wanted in Smash Brothers for reasons other than being able to play as them. Like, one of the biggest things to me, as far as, like, at first I didn't want Steve from Minecraft in Smash, like a couple years ago. But then I realized if Steve from Minecraft gets in Smash, then Minecraft music gets in Smash. And then I changed my tune. No pun intended. Because I love Minecraft music. So, naturally, whenever they put him in and didn't add any of the music I wanted, I was very sad. But at that point, I was still happy about him being in. But yeah, and it's another like when they added Sephiroth, I was excited about Sephiroth as a character, but I was also excited that they were adding more Final Fantasy VII music. Like I don't know a lot about Final Fantasy VII, but I know one song in particular that wasn't there. So, and now that it is there, and like 2 versions of it is there, I'm happy. Trying to think of some other characters that would be like that. Like, I don't necessarily want them to be playable. I want to see what stage they come. I was kind of like that with Byleth. I wasn't disappointed with Byleth per se, but a lot, like 2 of the things I really wanted was I wanted a Fire Emblem Three Houses character, but I wanted Garreg Mach Monastery as a stage, and I wanted a few certain songs to be in the game. And they added the stage, and I was like, wow, this is exactly what I imagined, except with less people. And then they added one of the songs I wanted, but only one, and I was very sad. Well, I was happy about that song. I was sad about the others. I was also, like, Byleth is fun to play as, but there are a lot of other interesting characters they could have gone with. I personally think Lysithea. I'm gonna get a little nerdy. I know it might come as a shock that the VTuber who talks a lot about video games is about to get nerdy, but there's a character in Three Houses named Lysithea who's basically like a magic glass cannon, and she knows a lot of spells that aren't in Smash Brothers, like being able to summon bugs and like super duper darkness magic and super duper light magic and stuff like that. She knows some really powerful stuff, but she'd also be like an incredibly lightweight character. I understand why they went with Byleth. Not only the most recognizable character because it's the one you play as, but what's the other one? Does a better job with like the ancient weapon thing, and I don't know, some other thing that I forgot, but it still would have been nice to see a little variation. I don't want to say just another blue-haired swordsman, because Byleth is different, but Nintendo doesn't do themselves any favors with that argument when they do add someone whose cool weapon happens to be sword-shaped and their hair happens to be a shade of blue. It's like, now people are going to hate Fire Emblem more because of this. Like, you could have added Edelgard, you know? People recognize Edelgard, some probably more than Byleth. And she'd be cool. She'd be like a heavyweight axe wielder character. But alas, they did not. Anyway, so obviously we've moved on to the coloring section. This part's always fun. It's always cool to see the colors come together, especially when you just go with like solid colors like this for a drawing. But I'm going to do some shading, don't worry. I don't know how good I am at shading, but I always give it a college try. At the end of the day, even if it doesn't look good, at least I can say I did it myself. And I can, next time I can know that's not what I should do. Oh, I missed a spot. And another spot. Let me get some water. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you think that. Oh, I spilled water all over myself. Yeah, I try my best to make them as clean as possible, but a lot of the time they still come out looking pretty rigid, I guess, for lack of a better word. I try to at least keep them consistent, even if they're a little wobbly. Like this part, I don't like that because, like, the line, you know, it gets thinner as it gets closer to his shoulders. That irritates me a little bit. So I'll come back over and trace over it just to thicken it out. There. But yeah, I will spend a good amount of time making sure the line is, like, the way I want it to look. And I would say that's a lot of drawing. Like, if you want to do things on a relatively professional level, is just having patience to do it, you know? Like, my lines aren't clean because, you know, I'm just like this super, like, surgeon level steady hand guy. It's because I'm willing to sit here and do, like, the same line 18 times until I get it right. So if you ever want to get into drawing, or you ever feel like your lines aren't clean or anything like that, that's really how I do it. There isn't a trick. It's just have patience, wait for it to happen, put on some music in the background, something that kind of lets your mind go somewhere else if it gets too unbearable. And then all of a sudden you'll have the picture you want. And even though it took a little bit longer than you wanted, I think those eyes are a little darker than I want. There, I think that's better. Yep. And now we color the jumpsuit. We got the gold for the collar. And oops. Then we bring it down here because the belt buckle is the same color. No, there's one other spot. The outside of the badge is also gold. There. Excuse me. And now the jumpsuit itself, which, instead of being that nice light yet deep purple of the hair, is a more subdued lavender. makes the hair look more glossy and the jumpsuit look more comfy, in my opinion. That was an important aspect. I personally like to wear comfy clothes, so I wanted to have something that looks like it's comfy to wear. And Ubu is truly a reflection of me in a lot of really artsy kind of ways. I'm not that flashy of an individual, physically speaking, so I wanted to go with someone who, you get an idea when you look at him. Kind of like, almost like a silly comic relief guy, but not over the top. Kind of, I think old lady Katie said it best when she described me as aloof. I like that. Speaking of which, that's a funny word. It's mostly used for people who seem to, like, aloof, what it means is basically, they're a little calculated, but kind of in their own world at the same time. Aloof makes it, emotionally distant, I guess. And, my face does a really good job of that, of making it look like I'm emotionally distant. I always look bored, and I think that's really funny. But what aloof sounds like the word itself, it sounds like loony. So when you call someone aloof, it sounds like you're saying they're like a crazy person. Like, oh, there he is, he's so aloof, get him out of here, But what it really means is more like that's the bounty hunter. He's aloof, so don't get too attached. He's not going to pay a lot of attention to you. Of course, I'm not a bounty hunter. I'm just a spaceman. I'm just a humble spaceman stuck in Kentucky. Say what you will about Kentucky, they make some good chicken. Y'all watched the stream yesterday. You know how I feel about chicken. It's better than red meat. More useful dead than alive. and then I drew a bowl of chicken cutlets. Okay, what did I want? Okay, we'll go with this orange color. I think it'd be cool to own a chicken. It'd feel really weird because I eat chicken a lot. Chicken is my favorite ingredient to use in things. You have to try really hard to ruin chicken, in my experience. There. Oh. I forgot. You can see a little bit of the bacon badge down here. There. I like the bacon badge. Kind of another, what's the word? A subdued pig reference, and also adds a nice splash of color to an otherwise very homogeneous color palette. A lot of purples and blues. So it was nice to throw in a really bright green and a really bright orange. Okay, the only thing left is the shoes. So this part is white. And then we come down here. And then we come down here. And then this part's gray. And then this part is the same color as the cuffs. And then we'll go over the normal non-shaded colors, and oh well, I guess we should color the Valentine's box thing. We'll give it like a really deep pink because it's Valentine's Day. Alright, now let's inspect for other things that need to be colored in, like the thumbs. There, they're colored in now. It didn't take long. Oh, there are like very small corners of the jumpsuit. Like right here. What if you open your door one morning and here he is. He walks up with this face and a little box of chocolates, just kind of almost somber and aloof, looking at you like he's gonna beat you up. That's what it looks like. Alright, on to shading. First thing I always do in shading is the inside of the ear. It's very high priority because even when I'm not shading, I still do the inside of the ear. Tell you what, I'm not a big fan of how the inside of this ear is looking. So I'll do it again. Also, this ear is slightly larger than that one. Maybe that'll help. Sundere ubu, sundere ubu. I'm not gonna lie to you, I hear that word a lot and I don't know what it means. I know it might be sacrilege in the world of VTubing. Well, but there are a few anime-y things I don't understand. Try to get this get this right. It looks a little uneven in places. There. That looks better. It looks fine. No, it doesn't. It's going to drive me up a wall. It looks okay. It's when someone keeps denying their true feel. Oh, I see. That's what that means. Okay. I always thought I was more of just a... I don't downplay my feelings so much as... And this is probably... This is an extension of me in real life. It's really hard, in case you couldn't tell. It's hard for me to get kind of enthusiastic. I always have the same voice. Going back and listening to the stream yesterday, the only time I didn't sound like this was when I was, like, belly laughing. Ubu's face is definitely an extension of that. That's why I like it so much. It's a good face. Oh, thank you. I've gotten a little more comfortable hearing my voice. Another life lesson with Ubu. you're probably, when you first, like, if you want to get into streaming or VTubing or making videos, I'm on the wrong layer. You're going to be your own worst critic when it comes to how your voice sounds. It took a very long time, a lot of, I guess for lack of a better word, insecurity with how I sound before I got comfortable with it. It's still, I still feel like it's odd, but I think that gives me something of a, not an edge, just like a, it makes me stand out a little more. The fact that, you know, you can tell I'm just kind of like a, well, back in the South, we take things a little more slow around here. You know, like that kind of person. I don't try to talk like that. That's just how I talk. But eventually I came around and I was like, it's the way I talk. I'm not going to, you know, hate it. There's nothing I can do. And as I was saying, I'm just like naturally, you know, not just kind of a monotone kind of guy. So like acting is, I think I can act a little bit, but it takes a lot out of me. I wouldn't be able to do streams for hours at a time if I was not just doing my voice. I give huge kudos to people who can do that. But anyway, thank you for saying that I've got a good face and a good voice. That's pretty cool. Is anything changing? Oh, yes, just very, very subtly. Yeah. Oh. I hate it whenever this marker, it stops, like for some reason there are just little areas where it doesn't, you know, do its job. There. And I guess there'd be like a little bit of that, maybe. And then a little bit of this. Give it the old shimmy shake. I don't know if I've ever addressed the shimmy shake on a drawn stream, but it is important to do a little shimmy shake whenever you're excuse me, voice crack. Whenever you're trying to shade. What Grandmama always said, shading with no shimmy shake means the cake won't bake. And I will add some more shade around the face just to make it look a little more intense, especially like here. No, that's too much. That's too much. I'm too much. Then that goes away. And you know, this part of the face is getting blocked off by the big ol' eyeball, so... Alright, that's pretty good. Now we'll shade the hair. So the shadows are coming from this way. Is that how that works? No, this hair is like rounded around here. So it's probably best if it looks like that. Yeah, that looks better. And then this bang, or this sideburn, it's not a bang, silly me. Will, oh, whoops. I erase a little bit of the ear shadow. There we go. And then the opposite side here, what did I click? Oh, the pencil. I want the marker. Oh! The shade is hanging out of the ear. That's not a good Well, that's not a good. There's a bad. And then we do that. Awesome, awesome. And now we... do a little bit of that. And then we do a little bit of this. And we color. Or shade, I guess. And then, how would the shading affect this part? It's like, it almost feels like you're doing geometry whenever you shade things. It's kind of crazy. Oh, whoops. I pulled up another tab. And then the shade would be here. And we'll erase it a little bit. Wow, did you hear that whistle? I sound like Gopher from Winnie the Pooh. It's funny, I can do a really good Gopher impression on accident, but whenever I try to, I can't summon the whistle again. And then... I guess like this part over here. How's that look? That looks pretty good. The shading looks intense, that's what I want. I want it to be a really weird Valentine's Day card. I could have made it all bubbly and cutesy and, you know, just wait. I thought of the perfect tagline. I can't wait to write it down. Okay, and then we'll darken this part here. No, he just always looks like he's upset. Don't worry, I'm not threatening you. I have just approached you with a gift, and I'm just staring at you until you take it because I don't know what to say. And then this will be... I think this part should actually be a little darker because it's a little bit lower. But only a real professional would see that. I'm not a real professional, so I can't even tell the difference all that much. And then we take this gray and we down the side. Maybe get a little bit closer and try it again. Maybe we get a different gray. There, that's noticeable. And that a little. And then what do we do next? We'll do a little bit of like, I don't know, something. We gotta shade this. And then we gotta shade this. There. Because it's in the shadows. Deep within the shadows. In the shadows to the left. What's that from? Whoever gets what that's from, I'll say, woo, you did it, woo! And then we'll take these orange colors again, and then we'll take this, well, almost there, and then we'll take this green color again, and we'll go. Excuse me. And then, oh, I have good news, by the way. I know, like, every stream, anytime someone follows, I get, like, all self-conscious about whether or not the sound effect for following played. Well, it worked yesterday. I'm really happy about that. So now whenever people follow, they can hear it go, yosh. I can't wait for everyone to hear the other ones, the other sounds that I've put in place. And one day I'll make little custom Ubu animations to go along with them instead of a zombie every time someone does something. It's a little hard. Maybe someday I'll have more of an opening to work on this kind of stuff more often. I still, anytime I'm not at work, I'm probably I'm probably doing something stream related, even if I'm not streaming. Look for an Eggman GIF. It's a good idea for the meantime. That's true. I guess the thing is, like, in my head, I'm just thinking if I'm going to take the time to look for a GIF, a GIF, then I might as well get started on making one myself, because it doesn't take that long for me to do what I intend. It's not going to be like a full-fledged animation or anything crazy like that. But it'll still probably take about maybe a little bit longer than me trying to find a GIF that I'm happy with. Because I'd also have to do that with all the other ones, you know, just in case someone raids, subscribes, donates, hosts. Because I have sound effects for all those. And then you were expecting animations? Well, maybe one day. Maybe one day, anytime someone subscribes, it'll just play like a movie that you should be like. You should pay $15 to go see, like, in a theater. And I don't just mean like because it's good, I mean because it's 2 hours long. How's that looking? I think that looks pretty good. I'm trying to think if I'm missing any places, though. Right now we're doing shading, but I'll do lighting in a minute. Other than the shoes, of course. I will do the shoes. And the chocolate. Yeah, every time someone follows, and if someone follows in the middle of that, they have to wait until the movie's over for their showing of the animation to start. Yeah, a 2-hour animation just to accompany yo. That'd be kind of funny. Like if I mean, it'd be funny, but it'd be illegal for me to like actually find a movie for like every button that I want to have its own individual sound effect. Like when you follow, it's a SpongeBob movie because I love the SpongeBob movie. When you donate, it's Star Wars Episode 1 because... No, wait, when you subscribe, because that's... the subscription sound is a quote from that movie. When you raid, it's, you know, stuff like that. Okay, now we're going to do some shading on this box. I should do it differently, though. This part over here is like the darkest part, followed by this part where no light can reach. Yeah, I think that's how that works. I'm not a shade expert, but I still like to pretend I'm one. Okay, lighting time. First we start with the hair. So the light is coming from over here. So, you know, there'll be like that. It makes his head look like it's made of plastic, and I really like that look. Sure. And I don't like to do too much shading on the head because that makes it look like it's the same kind of material as the hair. The hair, I want it to look kind of like gelled, you know? But even if it's blue, his skin is still skin, you know? I am the Eggman. So maybe like there, and that's it. And normally I like his eyes to be very basic, but maybe for Valentine's Day we'll give it a little sparkle. Just a little. Now we go to the gold. There's that. Oh, some of the shading is leaking into there. And now we go back to the lighting, and we take this again. No, we take this because it's already there. I got a burp, but it won't come out. It's like a sneeze, but not. And then we'll take this gray. Wow, voice crack again. Probably need to drink some water soon. And just on the edge, just for the super sleuths, the zipper gets a little bit of shade, or lighting as well. Oh, speaking of shade, I never shaded the little pig or the collar. Okay, do I have... Yep, I got some shade here. Perfect. We'll color in that. That's probably good. So if the shadow's coming from that direction, then we want it to be like this, huh? I believe so. And the collar isn't, or the cuffs really aren't a material that like light attaches to, so that'll be that. We don't really need any lighting, but the jumpsuit, you know, is kind of glossy looking, so we'll make sure to add some light stuff. Just gotta think of how to incorporate it, though. Like this? That looks pretty good, I think. I don't want it to be too close to the shading, though. And then along the arm here. Here, let's try it again. There, that's better. There, that's nice and glossy looking. And now we come down here and we do the same thing, but it's legs, so it's going to be much simpler. I'm still doing on shading. Nice job. Maybe make it a bit smaller. It doesn't need to be that big. There. That's better. And then we'll do some lighting here. Oh, it's beautiful. I think we have it. Now we have to work on a background. Because it's not just going to be gray. It's got to be like bright pink or something. Very vibrant, but not my eyes are bleeding vibrant. That looks fine, I think. And then we'll color it in. Make it smaller so it's easier to color in. And then we'll do another layer for a more tolerable shade of pink. And we'll draw a big heart. Maybe some small hearts too. That's not really a heart. Now we color this in. That looks kind of cool. Just the lines and the shading. It's pretty dope, honestly. And then we'll do another layer under this one that's slightly darker. And we'll put it under all these hearts. Like this. Yeah, that's pretty good. And now it's time for the caption. We'll write it in a nice purple color. And then we'll go back to our pen. Maybe I'll just put text. How's that sound? No. It's hard for me to find a text I'm happy with. I suppose before I work on that, I'll just... here, I'll... well, I'll do this. And then I'll go back here, get my black pencil. Straighten this out. There. Maybe a little bit bigger. Sorry, I'm a tad quiet. Just trying to make sure everything fits in. Now, this isn't the final font, but that's what it's going to say. Isn't that romantic? And then, of course, I'll have my signature down here. How does that look? I think that looks pretty good. I like that. Maybe instead of the pig nose heart thing, I'll just do the normal pig nose signature and put a heart next to it or something. Now we go back to this. Go ahead and make that blue. And now, we might as well try with the pencil, see how it looks. Gotta have all the letters be about the same size. I'm not trying to be Sundere or however it's said. I'm just trying to be honest. They were on clearance. The candies were on clearance and I thought of you. I knew you liked cheap candy. Oh wait, the nice. Let me get some more water so my voice will stop cracking. Nice thing about working with this is the ability to copy, paste. Copy, move. Heck yeah. And then. Now let's zoom in on the word these. It's a couple little scuff marks we want to get rid of. Like here. But other than that, we did pretty well. Now we will that went pretty well. Move this a bit closer. Oops. No, don't change its center of gravity or whatever. And then we can go ahead and get another E. Because, why not? Make it smaller. So it is still consistent with all the other letters. Perfect. Oh, and we can also get the S. And then we can get a couple more E's. But the W and the R we'll have to do ourselves. There. And then we combine those into the main picture. Hey, that looks pretty good. We haven't done an O, but we have done an N. That O turned out pretty well. I'm over the moon for that O. And then we'll copy this in and we'll bring it over here. And now we can pretty much hodgepodge the entirety of the last word together. C. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. And then we'll have to do L ourselves, but that's okay. That's okay. It's a 90-degree angle. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, I promise. Come on, it'll be fine. And then we'll erase this little bit here. And here. Ooh. And then we'll copy. Copy, do you copy? And then the A from candies. And then the R from were. And then the A from clear. And then the N from on. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. There. Excuse me. Sorry if it sounded like I sniffed the mic. I was just sniffing. Ah! That's not what I meant to do. I wanted to come over here and get to the C. A little bit closer. There. And last but not least, another E, which we'll put here. Okay, how does that look? It looks pretty good. I like it. I'll erase this bit up here. Oh, up here. And then combine that. And then I'll put a period. Because it's not like me to have like a super duper declaration of excitement or anything. It's a lot funnier when I just, speak the way I speak. And then we'll do and we're done. The Valentine is done. How does it look, everybody? Do you think it looks good? Do you think it needs anything? I think it looks pretty good. I think it turned out great. Oh, wait. There. This is great. Let me save it real quick. Export. And I'll save it in the Ubu folder as Valentine. Okay. So, next thing on the docket for the day is I'm gonna make a costume for tomorrow's stream. Before I do that, I need to look up a reference. We shall look up Eggman. There he is. That's the big boy on campus right there. Let me... There and there. That way I can look at Streamlabs and Eggman at the same time. There. Okay. So, what I do for this kind of stuff, I give myself a 1000 by 1000 canvas. Now, for this first thing, we will do Eggman Face. That's what I'll call it. Then what I do is I import a PNG of myself. So that I have an actual canvas to work with. And now I pull out my trusty black pencil. And I'm gonna have to work hard, but I'll try my best. So the first thing we want to do is give him the Waluigi nose. And then from there, we'll give him big ol'... No, wait, I got an idea. We'll make the nose even bigger. Like that. Almost looks like a bird or something. And then we'll give him the shades. Well, I got an idea. Since the we'll give him smaller shades, because it'd be kind of weird to have shades that like where they don't cover up the entire eye, but the only part you don't see is the it's just like some of the white. And we'll put the, let's see, like this. No. Trying to think of a way to make it work. It's gotta be Eggman. I don't want to dress up as like Shadow or something. What do you think I am, edgy? I'm not that edgy. Sometimes I might say something a little edgy, but I'm not like, you don't understand me and my dark, tragic past. I need to shoot gun and say bad word. Star in my own game where I shoot gun and say bad word. And then we get some bushy mustache. And he has like the Theodore Roosevelt smile, so. Okay, and that's the first thing we'll work on. So we can go ahead and get rid of Ubu. And then we'll pull out our pin. And we'll make the nose a little bit wider. move it a little. There. I apologize if you hear talking and laughing in the background. We are watching. Yeah. How do I put this? There's people in the house who aren't normally here. Entertaining guests, if you will. Okay, there we go. And then and I won't do that for all of them, don't worry. I am the Eggman. That's what I am. I am the Eggman. I love that song. I can't wait to sing that song tomorrow. It's going to be great. That's probably one of the songs I'm most confident in my ability to sing, because I love to sing it for fun. The fun thing about Sonic lyrics is a lot of the songs take themselves really seriously. And so it's really fun to just kind of poke fun at. That song is so on the nose, though, because it's like singing about the plot of Sonic Adventure. Yep, I'm making my costume for tomorrow's stream, and I'm going to dress up as Eggman. See? That's what it's going to look like. I had to dress up as the best character. Well, Eggman is probably my second. He's tied with one other character, but funnily enough, Eggman created him. Metal Sonic was my favorite Sonic character growing up, and I still have a real fondness for him, but recently I've taken a liking to Dr. Eggman. You love that? That's good. I'm happy about that. And then, like, get rid of that thing, get rid of that thing, and that one, and that one, and that one, that one, that one, and those. I am the Eggman. I'm shaped like an egg. I am the Eggman. I don't have a rhyme. And then we do the smile. Oh. We're already a little asymmetrical. I don't need to add to it. That's great. Alright, now we color. His cool shades are a nice blue. And this is more of a purple. And we want it to be a little more vibrant. That's better. Alright, and then his nose is like a pinkish. Yeah, I like that. He's got some pearly whites. And then his brown mustache. And I see this. I'll color that in a second. It looks so weird. It's gonna look even weirder attached to my face. But that's the charm. I do like to draw more cutesy, cartoonish stuff typically, but I do obviously really like to draw the more just silly, almost disturbing looking stuff. Not like Ren and Stimpy, but just like, oh, that makes me slightly uncomfortable. Really funny to try and like get people's reaction. That's not very good. There. And then his nose, probably like, you know. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the mouth. It's a little... eh. And also, what is the like, chin thing attached to? So we'll get rid of that. And then we'll come back to the colors and we'll get rid of this as well. Slightly bigger eraser, though. I am the Eggman. That's what I am. I am the Eggman all across Japan. There. And then we'll come back to the colors because some of the... oh, shading. There. And then we'll darken the mustache a little. How do we do it here? Like that? Yeah. And then that, and psh. Nice. Kind of. Nice, kind of. And there we have it. Our Eggman face. Nice thing about Eggman Face is that it looks funny. I don't know. I was going to say that you can like stretch it to fit the character model, but that could probably be said of literally anything that I draw. It's not unique to the Eggman Face. Now let's compile all this stuff and move it up a little bit. Oh wait, before we do that, I see something I don't want to be there. This little crumb of shade. Okay, now we can do that. Boop, boop, boop. Move it up. There we go. Take away the gray background, and voila, we got Eggman Face. And now we'll work on Eggman Goggles. So we'll import our model again. Drag it down. So good old Eggman wears gray goggles with green lenses on top of his head. So let's pull out our pencil and get to drawing. Okay, So it's like on one side here. And then, let's expand this a bit. And then we'll do another one here. And a little nose bridge, in spite of the fact Ubu doesn't have a visible nose. And then we'll work on giving it a little more structure. And then the lenses themselves are like circle shape. Like that. And honestly, I don't like drawing like 3D prism stuff, so we're just gonna copy this and do like that. And then we'll erase all this so that we can see it a bit better. There. And now we can combine the layers. That's pretty good. Now we turn it blue, and then we get to work. I suppose that's okay. Sometimes the vector eraser decides it doesn't want to erase as much as it's supposed to. That's always fun. Like when it just severs instead of erasing everything. And then... like that. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty good. Awesome, awesome. Now, is it a hexagon or an octagon? I believe it's an octagon. There, that's fine. And then we'll do exactly what we did last time, and we will copy and flip it. That's pretty good. And then like that. And then do some vector erase, and then it doesn't do it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oops. Yeah, whatever. Compile these layers. There we go. We'll just turn off vector eraser because it's not helping. There. And we pull our pin back out. And voila. We got the goggles in my back. Let's turn that off. And now we will start the color layer. His goggles are kind of a dark gray. Maybe a tinge of greenish in there. Eraser. This doesn't look to my standards. I have standards, you know, and this does not meet them. There. That's better. Now back to this. It's gonna be so cool when it all comes together. Everyone go, I thought I was watching Ubu. This looks like Eggman. I didn't know Sega made a VTuber. Dude, that'd be a pretty good idea. Get Mike Pollock to become a VTuber. Give Dr. Eggman his own VTuber channel. I'd watch it. As much as I enjoy independent creators and watching people kind of pick themselves up by their own bootstraps and just get out there and get it done. Yeah. El Rotundo Eggmano. That's who I'm dressing up as for tomorrow's stream. But yeah, as much as I like indie stuff in that regard, or for that reason, if Sega made Eggman a VTuber, I'd probably watch it. Mike Pollock seems like he has a lot of fun when he does that role. And it's understandable. It's a very hammy character. Okay, and then the lenses are like a deep green. Zoom in a little more. It's funny with how much I talk or have talked about Sonic the past few streams. It's not even like it's nostalgic, but it's not that nostalgic. Some of the characters I like more than other characters in video games, I guess. And then okay, so the way the shading was done with like the face mask, it was like shade, normal, light. So we'll do that with this. I'll start with the shade. There we go. It's turning out pretty good. I like it. I know I say that about anything once I get to about 80% completion on the drawing, but it's just nice to see something come together, you know? I suppose since this is aimed towards the light source, there wouldn't really be as much shade. It'd be more just around this thing, you know? And then we'll add a little bit of shade to the goggles. Just a little. And now it's time for lighting. There. Awesome, and then over here, and we'll do the same thing. And like I said, since it's aimed at the light source, more of it will probably be lit up than shaded. There. That looks pretty good, I think. I like it. Oh, get rid of that. And get rid of the background. And then we'll export. Eggman Goggles. Now, the only thing left that I'm going to do is the red thing he wears, the big shirt thing. I don't know what it's called. Eggman red shirt thing. And now we'll import Ubu yet again. Oops. Here. There. Yeah, I guess it's a jacket. It's just, it has like the flappy things. And like that little opening where you can see his big pants. So I didn't know if jacket was applicable, but I guess so. Shows you how much I know about fashion, am I right? Yeah. You know, his design was much simpler when he just looked like, well, you know, yeah, it's got a zipper on it. It has a zipper, but it doesn't have the actual little zip thing, which is funny. Back in the original Sonic games, he almost just looks like a bouncy ball with Mickey Mouse pants. But then they were like, but he's got to look like that, but cool. Okay. So it has like a collar around his little head. So we'll start with that. Yeah, classic Eggman. He literally looks like a bouncy ball. Like he has the power to just be Jigglypuff. And then it kind of goes around like that. And then there's a zipper that goes down. Let's make it look better. Like that, I guess. And then there's like an opening around here where there's like tassels. And I'll just have like the normal pants, because why not? I typically do like 3 new assets for a costume at most. Y'all get the idea, it's supposed to be Eggman. And then like go like that. No, I see a problem. Here we go. There, that's better. And then we'll trace around like that. I think I can. No, I probably shouldn't. Hold on. And then we'll bring the arms down like that. Like that. Okay. And then Like here, and here, and then here, and here are like the little yellow things. That's pretty good. And there we have it. Now we turn it blue. And we pull out our pin. Let's see if the vector eraser is gonna. Fine, I can erase manually. It's okay. Crank up the size though, just a tad, just a smidgen. And then we did a little mistake there. And then we'll zoom out, bring this down, bring that down, bring this around, and this. Try it again. It's a little uneven. I don't like it. Do something like that, I guess. Big old buttons. Here, I got an idea. Oh, it's not quite what I wanted. Let's make the lines just a smidge smaller. There, that's better. And now we'll work on the cuffs. There. There. Sorry, I'm a little in thought right now. And now we'll work on the little squared daily things. There. And there. And, oops, it's a bit too much. Got a little over-enthusiastic. And there. And there. There. And now we'll copy this 3 times because I don't want to do that again. Doot doot doot. No, let's doot. Move that there. Move that there. Move that there. Nice. And then we'll go back to our pen and we'll just... Gosh. We'll be a little more careful, I suppose. Excuse me. This side needs to be moved over a little bit. What is with all the ink that's showing up out of nowhere? Stop it. Get some help. Hey, that's pretty good. Oh, I accidentally opened Microsoft Edge. I don't want to look at that. And then we... And we just keep until we reach the top. Pew! There we go. And now it's time for color. We're doing so well. I'm so happy. Let's see. Pretty vibrant red, but not too bright. As such, it's kind of an off color. I'll change it. Let's see. What's a better one? This? That looks good. And 1/2 done, and we'll erase some of the excess. Doesn't need to be there. That's why it's excess. Egg-cess. And we're almost done with the red. There. Are there any spots that are like aren't filled in? Yes, there's one up here. It's the only one I can see. But I'm sure we'll find more. Erase this bit. Erase this bit. And then fill this in. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is white. So this zipper is white. And these little lines attached to the square buttons are white. Oh, there's another spot we need to fill in. I'll do that in a second. And here. Okay. There. And then we'll take the red and now we'll do the silver. Just give it like a light gray. then what else? Like the yellowish orange cuff things and the buttons. Ew. The 3 colors of fast food condiments: ketchup jacket, mustard cuffs, and mayonnaise lines. They come together to form Eggman. Now it's time to do some shading. So the way that I have the shading going is the light is coming from our right. So bring that down. There. And like this. There. And then, oh, wait. Okay, I'm still on eraser. There. And perhaps like that, just to complement this. And, then we'll come down here. And we'll erase all this. Honestly, this whole arm could probably afford to be shaded, because it's tucked under the gut. There's no light getting to that arm. Look at all that gut. There. And this zipper thing kind of sticks out a little bit, so we'll put some shading here. And then here, I know that I'm going over the thing. We'll erase that, just for simplicity's sake. There. Okay, I'm liking what I see. Now we'll work on this. There. And then we'll zoom back in and like that. Okay. Now we'll add a little shading to the white. There. There we go. And then like that, we shall and then we'll add a little bit of lighting. Excuse me. Oops. Excuse me. There's a hiccup and a chuckle at the same time. Something like that. Oops. And there, I think we're done with the Eggman costume. Export this. Eggman red shirt thing. Yeah, that's a good enough name. Okay. That went really well. I suppose I can give y'all a sneak peek of the, well, no, wait, I can't. Never mind. I'm sorry. I can't give you a sneak peek. I'm sorry. We'll go back to the welcome screen and I'll talk a little bit. Okay. Well, I went a bit long than I normally do for drawn streams, but time flies when you're having fun, and I had stuff on the agenda I needed to finish, so you know, I stuck it out. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope it was a chill stream, maybe a couple laughs thrown in here and there. Drawn streams are typically a little less rambunctious than my normal streams, but you know, you still get to see the drawings, so I think it all works out. Tomorrow, assuming everything goes according to plan, the Sonic stream. I still have some more work I need to do before that stream starts, but rest assured it's going to be fun. I'm going to sing, my throat's probably going to hurt, but most importantly it's going to be fun. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you, Shy Shark. Alright, without further ado, let me get on Twitch and see who we can raid. I don't want to listen to anyone talking. Let's see. How about we can raid... Are y'all familiar with Mal the dog? He's a VTuber from Australia, methinks, and he's really chill. He's pretty cool. I don't think we've ever really interacted with him, so we're gonna do something new and interact with him. All right. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and remember to keep it classy. Please stand by as I, do the raid thing.